All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about with our webinar, Take Your Accounting to the Cloud with QuickBooks Hosting and with SmartVault. So my name is Burke Delpez. I'm your host. I'm a client relationship manager here at Swizznet. And today we also have Eric with us, who is the CEO with SmartVault. Say hi, Eric.
Hey, Burke. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. And we also have Kristen Callan, who is our COO with Swizznet. Say hi, Kristen.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to be here with SmartVault. They are one of the most innovative partners out there in the QuickBooks hosting space. And with that, I will let you guys go ahead and get started.
Excellent. Thanks, Kristen. All right. So as we get started today, we're going to be recording today's session, and so we can make the video presentation live for people later who want to watch it. For those that are attending, we do love questions. So if you have any questions for Swizznet or for SmartVault, using your GoToWebinar side panel, go ahead and answer those questions. Then at the very end, we will have a Q&A session where we'll answer any of the questions that have been submitted. All right, so today we'll talk a little bit about Swizznet and what it means to take your QuickBooks to the cloud. And then we'll have Eric introduce us to SmartVault and how it can help us with our accounting process. In addition, we'll also cover using SmartVault with your QuickBooks on Swizznet. And then at the end, we'll have that Q&A session for any questions that have been submitted. All right, so what is Swizznet? So Swizznet does offer that anytime, anywhere, multi-user access. So anyone that has access to the QuickBooks file can all access the same file at the same time. Everything is also hosted on Swiznet's cloud service. So for example, you don't even need to have QuickBooks installed on your local computer. Typically, to create your account, we can create your account in less than a couple of hours. It only takes about 10-15 minutes to get everything set up to where you can start using it. And where QuickBooks Online does offer a light version of QuickBooks, at Swizznet we host the full desktop versions of Pro, Premier, and Enterprise that you're used to using. And Swizznet also offers unlimited data storage with the ability to create your own filing system and really backing up your information every 30 minutes with version control. So to give you a little background on Swizznet, Swizznet was founded by an accounting firm located in Seattle, Washington. The firm was looking for a cloud solution themselves, but nothing was really built around that accounting process and being able to collaborate with their clients. They began building a system based around what they would want to use. What's the best platform? What's the best technology? What's the best security available? And most importantly, if I ever needed help, what would be the best support we could provide? This really built a foundation based around those best services and best practices and really solidified that commitment towards being the best provider. Swizznet is its own company, but that original firm is still using them today. So there's some really good benefits for taking QuickBooks to the cloud. First off, we do offer that real-time multi-user access. So again, anyone who has access can all access the same files at the same time. And you don't even need to send or receive files anymore. You can save on those IT costs. Most people aren't IT experts, so instead of trying to maintain all the technical details, you can really focus on what you do best and grow your business. And with all this, this can help really streamline the accounting process, which saves you time and money. And one of the biggest benefits of hosting, one of the main reasons we created a hosted environment, is that you get the whole desktop version instead of a light version, which QuickBooks Online offers. To review Swizznet security and systems, we do back up your information every 30 minutes with version control because that last save may not be the best. Swizznet also offers redundant servers that provide the strongest connection and fastest speeds. We also have redundant firewalls protecting your information with everything being encrypted. Swizznet has not one, but actually two SSAE 16 certified data centers that are both mirrored. So even though these data centers are fortified bunkers, if anything ever happens to one, your information is still safe and recoverable in the other one. Swizznet is also PCI compliant, which means that we meet the payment card industry standards for safe and reliable payment card processing. Swizznet is also MSP Alliance accredited. What that means is that we are financially stable, our business practices are top-notch, and even our support team, who are based in the United States, and our pro advisors themselves are second to none. And most importantly, Swizznet is authorized by Intuit as a commercial hosting provider. So to recap some of that Swizznet difference, we do offer the anytime, anywhere access, but we do it at a faster connection because we do use Citrix as our platform. We also have seamless printing, so all your printing needs is done as what you're normally used to. Again, we have that unlimited data storage, so storage not only for your QuickBooks files, but your Word files, Excel files, any documents that you want to access from other locations and have backed up every 30 minutes. We do support our Mac users, we are PCI compliant, and we also offer a one-click access for your QuickBooks from your desktop. So to give you a glimpse of what this looks like, let's take a look. So down here on my bar, I do have a link for my QuickBooks. So when I click it once, it'll make that secure connection with our Citrix receiver, and then it's just going to go ahead and open up QuickBooks for me. When QuickBooks opens up, as you see, here's my Pro version that I have, and it's the full-fledged desktop version. So all your payroll services, any kind of reporting that you need to do, your online banking, everything is going to work just the way as what you're normally used to. And in fact, on the right-hand side, I have a blue bar here that is here for SmartVault. So this file is integrated with SmartVault already. So to talk a little bit more about SmartVault, what I'll do is I will turn it over to Eric, and he can fill us in and educate us about SmartVault.
Thanks, Burke. Let me, I think I am the presenter now. So Burke, can you see my screen?
I sure can. Today's files are stored
Awesome.
in lots of places. Perfect.
Okay, great. And that's what we hear from a lot of accountants and accounting firms. People today have their documents in a lot of different places. Of course, everybody still has, most people, not everybody, but a lot of people still have actual file cabinets with folders and all their paper documents. Of course, everybody has got a computer and have got files they're working on in their local computer. Plus, there's usually some kind of a network file server, especially for firms, not sole proprietors, but firms and larger firms may even have a document management system. So this could be anything as simple as a network file server where the official copy of all the client documents are stored, to a document management system with version control, with the official copy of all your clients' documents. Of course, these days, most firms are realizing they need some sort of client portal, a way to securely share documents with clients. And also some applications now, including QuickBooks. QuickBooks actually lets you attach documents to transactions in QuickBooks, but then the problem is that really compounds the problem, because you now have documents stored inside your CRM system, inside your accounting system. So when you want to get at a document, where do you look? Is it in the document management system? Is it inside the accounting software? Documents could be everywhere. And of course, everybody wants their documents available anytime, anywhere on their mobile device, on their iPad, on their iPhone. And a lot of times also people are using something like Dropbox, where they're syncing data to their local computer. And when you've got client confidential data, for example, this could be creating compliance issues, especially for your firm. When you've got data synced to laptops, you may not even know what client's data is synced to which laptop. A laptop gets stolen, you don't know if the data, the file's been encrypted, and it creates more problems of knowing, where are all these documents and being, staying in compliance for security. So, people ask us, how come I can't get all this in one solution, where I can basically have one place where all my documents are stored. They're available inside any app. They're available anytime, anywhere, and I've got them on my computer. I can have documents from my iPhone anytime, anywhere I need them. And that's the problem that SmartVault was designed to solve. So SmartVault is a cloud-based document management system. It's a place where you can store all of your documents in the cloud. We've got all the features you'd expect in a document management system, like version control and full audit history. But one of the cool things about SmartVault is you can actually map a drive to SmartVault. So you can use SmartVault just as if it was on your local computer or a network file server. So you've got the convenience and the ease of use of working working with documents as they were in, like your network file server, but they're all in the document management system under full audit and version control and security. And I'll show you what this looks like in the demo. Secondly, SmartVault is a client portal. You can custom brand SmartVault with your firm's logo and colors and make it look like an extension of your website that people can get to right from a click of a button on your website. But unlike other solutions where you've got a document management system and then a client portal and then have got work to do to be able to connect them together, with SmartVault it's all in one. So SmartVault is both a document management system and a client portal in one, and you'll see the power of that in the demo that I'll show you in just a minute. And then finally, what's very unique to SmartVault is that SmartVault is embedded workflow right inside applications that you use, and it's built from the ground up for accounting professionals. We integrate with accounting software packages, tax software packages, CRM, expense management, a lot of applications, especially the ones that integrate with QuickBooks and the accounting software. We call this SmartVault Inside. So just like Intel is the chip inside the computer, SmartVault is the document management system inside the app, and we've got a growing list of applications that integrate with SmartVault, including we're very happy to be partnering with Swizznet, integrating with Swizznet, and our latest partnerships are with Intuit around Intuit Listcertain Pro Series. So where we were selected by them to be the document management system to integrate with their tax software. So let's take a look at the benefits to putting your documents in the cloud and putting in a client portal. And I'm going to talk about the three big business drivers that we see from talking to accounting firms. The first is a client portal. So a client portal both improves the professionalism of your firm. It gives you a custom branded portal with your logo. It can make a small firm or a sole proprietor actually look like a big firm. Give you the sort of the technology platform that maybe 5 or 10 years ago you'd have to be a big firm to be able to have. Plus, it improves your security posture by giving you a simple and secure way to be able to share documents with your clients. Secondly, SmartVault lets you work faster and smarter. You can streamline the processing of paper. Imagine all the time you spent getting paper documents in, filing documents, retrieving documents, making copies of the documents, getting them to the client. All that basically is reduced to a matter of seconds. So we can, with using technology in the cloud, and especially using SmartVault, and the way that we've really honed and built SmartVault around the workflow for accounting firms, as you'll see in the demo, you can increase your collaboration with clients, give clients better levels of service, and work a lot faster and smarter and save a lot of time. And finally, SmartVault and just working in the cloud in general can help you burst through geographical boundaries. Now, we've seen firms do this in two ways. First of all, we have some clients, some customers of SmartVault that are actually virtual firms, virtual bookkeeping and accounting firms that don't even have a physical office. People work remotely from their home, and they can all work together because they're all working in the cloud. And this allows you to hire people that you may not be able to hire otherwise, even hire people at a lower rate, because the idea of people being able to work from home, not having to come into the office every day, that's a benefit to a lot of folks, and it'll let you increase your footprint and grow your firm a lot more efficiently, a lot cheaper, and it's also being able to support seasonal staff that may not be full-time people working in your office. The second aspect to geographical boundaries is your clients can now be anywhere. Your clients don't have to be in the same town or even the same state. We have firms that are breaking through geographical boundaries, able to service clients all over the country, all over the world, with technology that allows them to easily collaborate using the internet. So those are three big benefits, improving the professionalism and security posture of your firm, staying and getting compliant, helping you work faster and smarter, and being able to bust through geographical boundaries. So let's go right into the demo and take a look at SmartVault. So you saw a little bit of a peek of SmartVault working inside the Swizznet platform. I'm going to go into a little bit more depth with SmartVault. Start off with an overview of the SmartVault portal and some of our features, and then I'll get into some typical workflows that accountants and bookkeepers use SmartVault for. And you can get an idea of how we can help really speed things up for you and save you a lot of time in your practice. So first of all, we're looking now at the SmartVault portal. I've logged into the SmartVault portal as Eric Dunn, which is our sample accounting user. And you'll notice that Eric has custom branded the SmartVault portal with his company's logo and colors that he's got from his company website. On the left-hand side, this is what we call our tree view, where you can browse all the folders and files in SmartVault. And you can see I've got an area for clients. There's an area for employees where each employee has their own vault where they can create folders and put files in there. And then there are firm documents. We've got all the internal documents of our firm in here, marketing, IT documents, even a public documents folder where we can share tax tips or newsletters and stuff like that with our clients. Let's go now and drill down into the clients area. I've got mine sorted alphabetically. You can really choose however you want to sort your folders. But let's go ahead and pick a client here, Larry's Landscaping, which is the sample client we're going to be looking at. And as you'll notice with Larry's Landscaping, we've got a folder structure here that's based on a template, and you can create templates and use them to create new clients. You may have one template for bookkeeping clients, another template for clients you don't do bookkeeping for, maybe a tax client template, a template for clients you do both bookkeeping, and you can make it as simple as you want. You may just, for each client, just want to have a drop-off and pick-up folder, or you can make it as complicated as you want in setting up the folder structure. You'll notice we've got here accounting services. We break things down into our fiscal year. I can click, for example, on our financial statements folder, and when we click on a folder, in the middle it opens up and shows us all the contents of that folder. You can see, first of all, we've got a search capability, so from pretty much anywhere in SmartVault we've got full text search. We can view all the documents that are inside of a folder. You'll notice here you can also set notification settings. So you can say anytime a new file is uploaded to this folder, or anytime a file in this folder is downloaded, you can get an email notification. So it's as simple as just clicking that checkbox, and now I'm going to get emailed anytime someone, let's say our client, views, downloads the documents that we've put in the portal. And at the bottom of the screen, it'll show you everyone who's got access to that folder. So you can always see at any time, and we can see our client, Larry Larson, has got access to this folder. So this is how SmartVault is both a document management system and a client portal all in one. So we can choose which folders we want the client to have access to. So you'll see we've got, for example, the client has access to this financial statements folder, but if we go, for example, into our permanent files folder, we'll see the client is not on that folder. So when our client logs into the portal, folders that they can't see will be totally invisible to them. They won't even see the folders there. There's also a Send to Eric folder that we use to have the clients send us documents. And if you're doing bookkeeping, for example, this is a folder you might use. We have a lot of our clients that do bookkeeping actually give their client a scanner, put a scanner at the client's office, and they can set that scanner up where the client just puts documents in the scanner, clicks the button, and it scans them directly in the cloud right into this folder. So you'll see the client has all access to this folder, read, create, write. They can upload documents, whereas on the financial statements folder, I'm going to go back and click on that folder. If you'll recall, the client only had read access to that folder, so they couldn't delete files in the folder. So you've got granular permissions, and as I mentioned, these folders can be set up based on templates. So that is sort of a general kind of overview of browsing around the portal. You can see on the right-hand side we've got a recycle bin, we've got a full audit trail, and anytime you want, you can click on a document, and you can see you can put any kind of document you want in the portal. We've got a PDF file here with our June with our P&L we can pop up, and this is a nice little viewer that we've got right here where we can view thumbnails and view the document right in the portal. We can also view any Word, Microsoft Office document like an email, or here is actually a PowerPoint presentation. Our client Larry asked us to help him out with the presentation for his board meeting. And you can see we can view the PowerPoint presentation right here on the screen. You'll also notice we track version history. So it says V2, so we can always click on that button and we can go back to a prior version of a document if we want. So anytime you upload a document to SmartVault, you can get it. If it gets overwritten, you've got version history, and if it accidentally or got deleted, you've got the recycle bin. So once you put a document in SmartVault, it's not going to get lost. And and since it's just a lot safer to have it in SmartVault than on your local computer or a network drive. So from here, we can download a document. You can actually print right from here, and we can also send a link directly to the client. We can get a link to the file that we can copy and put in our email system. Maybe we use Gmail or something and we want to send the client a link. And I'll show you in Outlook, we actually have a plugin for Outlook that's really cool. I'll show you a little bit later in the demo. And we can click Send Link to File, and this is where we can pick the client, Larry Larson. I can click, here is the board presentation you asked me for. And so just click Send. So that will send the client an email, a custom branded email with a link to the file. So that is a pretty good, I think, overview of the portal and the things that you can do in the SmartVault portal. Now let's take a look at some typical workflows that we've got as part of an accounting practice. The first we'll take a look at is what that portal looks like to the client. So we just sent an email to the client, right, to this PowerPoint presentation we're working on right here. So let's see what that looks like to the client. So I'm in Chrome right now. I'm going to open up Firefox, and I'm logged into Firefox. I'm logged into Gmail as our client user, Larry the Landscaper. And if we give it a second or two, we should get that email that we just sent to Larry. Let me take a minute to get that email. Okay. Well, while I'm waiting for that email to come, let's take a look at some other workflows. So the first thing we're going to look at, so we'll look at a few things. Number one is getting documents from our client. Number two is once we get documents from our client, integrating that into our workflow with QuickBooks and attaching those documents in QuickBooks. And then the final workflow we'll look at is at the end of the month, printing out monthly financial reports and emailing those financial reports to the client instead of having to print them out and put them in the mail and doing it in a secure way through the portal. And we'll do that with our Outlook plugin. Okay, so here's the email. So here's the email we just sent to Larry. And so you can see it's custom branded with your firm's logo. Here's the personal message we typed in. Here's the board presentation you asked me for. So all the client has to do is click on that link. I'm going to click on that link, and it'll take the client to the SmartVault portal. You'll notice here that the portal is custom branded. The sign-in screen of the portal is also custom branded. For your firm and your colors, you have to look like an extension of your website. You can see down at the bottom it says Powered by SmartVault, and we'll just click Sign In, and it will take us right to that file. So when you send your client a link, they just click on the link, they log into the portal, and it takes them right to the file. They've got a nice, easy view, and they can view the thumbnail. They've got that. They can see everything that you can see. They can view the document, that you sent them. I'll show you as we browse through the portal. For example, remember, I'm gonna move this to the side and go back to Chrome to remind you of the folders that we had there. So remember, under our Larry's Landscaping, we had, for example, our permanent files folder, right? And we had a miscellaneous files folder. Remember, I showed you that the client, Larry the Landscaper, did not have access to that folder, right? So he can't even see that those folders are there when he logs into the portal. He only sees the files that we gave him access to. There is the accounting services, so he can only see the files that we gave him access to. And you can see the client has got a much simpler view to the portal. He can't see all the other people that have access. but he can view the documents and send you an email back if you wanted him to. He can also go into this Send to Eric folder, and so if the client had wanted to upload files to you, he could upload files with this right from here. If I click Upload File, you'll see it opens a window right into SmartVault. Let's say he's got a file he wants to send you. I can just drag and drop that file right in, and that's how easy it is for the client to be able to upload documents to you in SmartVault. So now we've got that file here in SmartVault. Now, so that's one way a client can get you a document, can upload the document to you into the portal. Another way, and I'm gonna show you, is using the SmartVault inbox. So the SmartVault inbox is a little widget, a little piece of software that you can make available to your clients and install on their desktop, and it will integrate with their scanner where they can scan directly into the folder in SmartVault. So you'll notice here this inbox is mapped right to Larry Landscaping's folder, his Send to Eric folder. That's the folder that we just uploaded that document to. You can drag and drop right into here, and you can also integrate this with your scanner. So we can, if I click on the Add button, excuse me, if I click on the Add button, you can, not sure, I think this is locked up here right now for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and close that and go into QuickBooks. So you can put that inbox on your client's desktop, and as I mentioned, you can set it up where, especially with a ScanSnap scanner or one of the new Canon scanners that's got the little blue button on the scanner, you can set it up with a client where they've got the scanner, and every time they scan a document in the scanner, it goes directly into that folder in SmartVault. So here we are inside QuickBooks, and the next thing I wanted to show you, so we've looked at getting documents from the client into our inbox folder, our send to Eric, our send to the accounting firm folder. Now let's take a look at integrating that with QuickBooks. So we're in QuickBooks, and just as Burke showed you, on the right-hand side of QuickBooks, this is the SmartVault toolbar that we put inside QuickBooks. Pretty much wherever you go in QuickBooks, that toolbar will update and let you attach documents. So let's take a look. I'm going to go to Bills, and I'm going to go to Bills, and I'm going to quit out of here for some reason. I'm going to kill that task. I don't know what happened to my computer here. Okay, let's go back into QuickBooks. Okay, we're going back into QuickBooks is Larry's Landscaping. I'm going to go back to my bills. Okay, so here we are inside bills, and here is one on bill Cal Telephone. Now remember, we had this Cal Telephone bill here that the client uploaded into the inbox. So we can click on the paperclip, and you can go directly to a scanner, so you can scan right into the toolbar. We can browse and pick a file off our computer, or we can get a document from the inbox. And when clients are sending documents into you, this is usually sort of the easiest way, especially working in Swizznet, to get the documents into SmartVault. So here's the inbox. Remember, these are the two documents that we uploaded to SmartVault. So this is the Cal Telephone bill, and I can just go ahead and click Move, and it will take that out of the inbox, and now you'll see that bill is attached right to the bill. So if I click on, now the folder says we've got a document attached. We can see now that we've got a document attached to this bill, and you'll notice SmartVault has pulled metadata out of the bill. So it says attached to bill 28312, so that is the invoice number out of the bill. For Cal Telephone, that's the vendor name, and it's got the date in here too. So you'll notice I didn't type any of that in. SmartVault got that information out of QuickBooks and is now tagging it with the document that we just uploaded and attached to this bill in SmartVault. So we can right now immediately go to the portal, go to our iPhone, and we could search on Cal Telephone, or we could search on this particular invoice number and pull this document right up. And if we want to view the document from here, we just double-click the document, and we can pull it up, and we can see there is the original bill that, that goes with this transaction. And you'll notice as we move around from one bill to another, the toolbar changes. So here's a bill we have to Robert Carr Masonry, where we're buying garden rocks from Robert Carr, and you'll see we've got 3 documents attached. So I could click on that folder. You can see here is the invoice that goes along with that bill. And if I click here, we've got the shipping receipt. We even have a picture of the rocks right on our loading dock, from Robert Carr. So there's no limit to the kind of document that you can put in here. You can even put emails and drag and drop emails from Microsoft Outlook right onto the toolbar. I'll show you that in just a second. Let's take a look, for example, at doing this with journal entries, because I use this a lot for journal entries. So I'm going to go to Make Journal Entries, and here's a journal entry for $100 for our insurance. And, a lot of times you'll do a journal entry and may not remember exactly why did I do this journal entry and where's the backup for this, right? There's no place really to attach that. You can make notes here, and we can also attach the document. So I'm going to go back into Outlook, and here is an email from the client. Eric uses Outlook for his email. The client we were in Gmail before. We're in Outlook now. So you can see here's an email from Larry that says we need to make an adjustment for $100 for our prepaid insurance. So look, I can actually take this email from Outlook and drag and drop it right on the toolbar. So we've got our backup attached. So whenever we go back to this journal entry, we'll be able to click on that and pull it up. And again, SmartVault took the metadata, the data out of QuickBooks, attached to journal entry A107. So if later we wanted to find the document that goes with journal entry A107, we can just go to the portal, go to our iPhone or iPad, do a search, and pull the document right up. So, and it's not just for transactions. You can use SmartVault in the Customer Center. You can see we've got Adam's Candy Shop, and we've got a contract attached to this vendor. You can use it in the Employees Center, where we can pick an employee. Like here's Jenny Miller, and you can see we've got 3 documents attached to Jenny Miller. We've got her W-4, we've got her I-9, and we can click on the document and always bring it up. So it looks like these documents are in QuickBooks, but really SmartVault is not modifying your QuickBooks data at all. These documents are all in SmartVault in the cloud, all searchable, and always available anytime, anywhere. And you can choose, what users have access to which documents. You can say some people may have access to bills, but they don't have access to the HR documents, for example, in the Employee Center. Okay, so there's an example of using SmartVault as we're doing our day-to-day, bookkeeping, doing data entry, doing end-of-the-month journal entries. Now let's take a look at our final workflow, which is going to be printing out reports to SmartVault and using SmartVault to securely and simply send documents to our client. So let's go print a report, and this is a demo data. So we've got like this is some demo data from our Larry's Landscaping here. So I'm going to go ahead and we can do it as we can either print a PDF and save it to SmartVault, or we can even save an Excel spreadsheet right to SmartVault. Let's do it as a spreadsheet. We might want to print this out as a spreadsheet and then format it and do a few things before we send it to the client. So I'm going to go ahead and export this report to Excel. Here we are in Excel. Maybe we like to we want to insert a couple of paragraphs, a couple of lines here. Maybe we want to format this in blue. Maybe this is some sort of draft, that we want to we want to highlight this to the customer, and ask them a question. I'll put a comment in here. What is this? Right. So we've got our Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and save, but instead of saving to my computer, I'm going to save it directly to SmartVault. So this is where the SmartVault map drive comes in. So you're seeing I'm saving as accounting services. This is saving it actually directly in SmartVault. I'm going to go ahead and type in let's say this is our, July 2014 financials. Go ahead and hit save. So it looked like we just saved it, let's say, to a network file server, but really that was right in SmartVault. Let's go take a look. I'm going to go ahead and go to my PC, and you'll notice my Z drive that we were just on is mapped to SmartVault. So as I click on my Z drive, I can browse through all of my client folders. And again, let me show you how this matches up. I'm going to go back to the portal. Remember, these are the clients, okay, and here's our map drive. So you can see I'm going in the I through L folder. We're going to go to Larry's Landscaping, and we can drill down right to the folder that we want to work in. And let's say we're working a lot on Larry's Financials right now. I can even take this, and put it in my favorites, just like I would do, with any folder in Windows. And let's rename this to Larry's Financials. So anytime I want to get back to that right now, I can just click that link and it takes me right into where we're now working in the cloud. So we can pick this document. Here is the document we were just working on, July 2014 financials. We'll go ahead and open it up. Right, this is the file we were just working on. We can, maybe we want to, I can change the color here to green, go ahead and save. And again, we're actually working in the cloud. This is being saved right to SmartVault. Actually, I'm going to pull that up. I don't like that first tab. I forgot to tell. I don't like that first tab that Intuit sometimes puts on there if you don't tell it not to. This QuickBooks Export Tips. We want to delete that tab before we send this to the client. So okay, there we go. So we're ready to go now. And if we want to, we can actually save this to a PDF, and save it right to SmartVault too. But let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and print to PDF. Pick my Adobe PDF driver. And again, we can go right to our favorites. There's Larry's Financials, right to that folder, and click Save. Okay. Now let's take a look and see what this looks like in the portal. Okay, so there's the PDF file. So now if we go back into the portal, back to that folder and click refresh, you can see there is the July Financials Excel spreadsheet we created. We can click on that and view that online. And you can see there are all those versions that we were messing with as I was editing the file. And here's the PDF file that we can click on and view. Oops, where's the file? Okay, so here's the PDF. Here's the Excel spreadsheet. So we can pick the document we want to send to the client again, and just click Send Link to File. Pick Larry Larson. Here is your P&L, and click Send. Now I mentioned that SmartVault has got a plugin for Outlook. A lot of people want to totally format the emails, and they want to actually work in Outlook. And so now SmartVault will work with any email system, but if you've got Outlook, we've done some special things to integrate with Outlook. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new email, and we'll send this to Larry. This is, let's say, July P&L. Say, Larry, here's your monthly P&L. And you'll notice that there are two buttons here that SmartVault puts right in Outlook. One of them is a Send Link button, and that you can use. So I just click Send Link, and here's Larry's Landscaping. We're going to go to the Financial Statements folder, and we can actually pick, let's go ahead and pick that Excel spreadsheet, or maybe we want to send them a link to the PDF file, and go ahead and click OK. And so we get this nice link that we can click on and send to Larry. So Larry will get this link. He can either click on that link to go right to the file, and he'll also be able to click that link to go to the folder to see all the other files in the folder if we want him to be able to see. I'll go ahead and click that. We can also use this button here to request Larry send files to us. And this is also a pretty nice feature. You know, send me your, let's say it's tax time and we want the client to be able to send us their K-1s. I need your K-1s to do your taxes. We can click on, this is the button you click when you want to request someone send files to you. So we can click the request files button, and we want them to put it in the send to Eric folder. Just pick that folder, and this will remind Larry, you know, this is the folder we want him to use to send us his files. And if we go back into Firefox, remember where we were in Gmail, logged in as the client, you know, here is the email we sent Larry from Outlook, right? So again, he can just click on that file, takes him right to the portal, and he can view the P&L that we sent him. And if we know a second, and this is the email we sent him that says, I need your K-1s. So if the client doesn't remember what folder do I upload stuff to, you can just send in this email, and if they click that link, it'll take them right to the Upload Files button, where again they can just click Upload Files, and then they can pick files and just drag and drop them right into SmartVault. So that SmartVault in a nutshell. Let me go back to the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to close off with talking a little bit about pricing, and I think we'll open it up to any Q&A that we have. So pricing for SmartVault for accounting firms is $35 per employee per month. So we've got a basically kind of two editions, a solo accounts edition, and then we've got a team edition. And this gives you not only SmartVault for your use, but you can use this with all your clients, and your clients can actually see the toolbar inside QuickBooks, and you've got all the client collaboration that you need. So there's once you get to 3 users at $35 a month, so about $100 a month, you get unlimited clients, unlimited QuickBooks companies, and also unlimited storage. And our base plan comes with 100 gigabytes of storage. So, and we've got a special offer for Swizznet customers. If you start your trial by the end of the month, you'll get 10% off this pricing if you use this referral code Swizznet. And so with that, let me go ahead and open it up to Q&A and see if we've got any questions queued up.
Excellent. Thanks, Eric. Wow, that is great. I didn't know much about SmartVault, so it was really cool to see it all in action and see how it can really integrate with many different applications and being able to work with the different files and sending and receiving. And I know sometimes there's a lot of clients out there that aren't very tech savvy, so when you ask them to send files, they can get confused, like where do I send this or how do I send this? So just providing that for them just opens up a lot more opportunities and less errors to occur.
Okay, thanks, Burke.
So it looks like we do have one question here. The question is, are files encrypted? I believe that's for you, Eric.
Yes, I should have mentioned that. With SmartVault, you're always guaranteed that your files are encrypted, both over the wire and when they're at rest on our server in our data center. And also when we do off-site backups, the data is always encrypted before it's taken off-site. So inside our data center, your documents are encrypted, and anytime the document travels outside the data center, the documents are encrypted too. So that means, so it doesn't matter if you're in that map drive, or if you're in the portal, if you're on your smartphone or iPad. If you are uploading documents or downloading documents, viewing documents, you're guaranteed that the documents are always going to be encrypted as they're going over the wire. And we use AES 256-bit encryption, the same kind of encryption that your bank would use, for example. So you're always in compliant, and your data is always encrypted and safe.
Okay, perfect. And also, just to follow up on that, if you do mean on Swizznet as well, all of it is encrypted as well, same type of encryption. This one looks like it's for Burke. Burke, what is the cost to use SmartVault on Swizznet? Is there any additional cost besides having a SmartVault account?
Great question. No, we don't charge anything extra to connect to SmartVault. So you'll have your Swizznet account, you'll have your SmartVault account, and we just work well together to help you out in your accounting process. So great question.
All right, Erica, there's a couple more for you.
Okay.
What scanners does SmartVault work with?
SmartVault will work with pretty much any scanner. We support any Twain scanner, and then we've also done some special work to integrate with the Fujitsu ScanSnap, which doesn't support Twain. They've got their own own interface, proprietary interface, but we've done some special work with Fujitsu to integrate with the Fujitsu ScanSnap. So any Twain scanner, which is pretty much any scanner you can buy, plus also the ScanSnap from Fujitsu.
Okay. Also, do you have any mobile apps that this works with?
We do. We'll work on pretty much any mobile device, on the including Androids, Blackberries, Windows PC, Windows devices, and there are a number of different apps, some free, some paid, that we'll plug into and work with. On the Apple devices, so if you've got an iPad or an iPhone, we actually have our own native app that gives you a little bit of extra functionality over what you could do on an Android device. But we'll work with any mobile device.
Perfect. And just so everybody knows as well, Swizznet also works with all mobile devices as well. So we have an app for accessing the QuickBooks on all those devices too. One more question for you, Eric, is how are passwords managed, and what happens if a client happens to forget their password?
So let's take a look at that just to show you how easy that is to reset. So first of all, you as the accountant don't manage your client passwords at all. When you invite someone to SmartVault, they get an email invitation and click it to activate their account. It works, similar to probably other applications you've used over the internet. And when they activate their account, they create their own password. So you can't see their password, and you can't reset their password. Each user is in charge of their own password. Now, if they forget their password, I'm going to log out of the portal here. So let's say Larry, the landscaper, has forgotten their password. You see that link that says have trouble signing in? All you do is click that link and put in your email address, and it will diagnose what the problem is, and if maybe you haven't activated your account yet, or maybe if you forgot your password, you can it'll send you an email link to be able to reset your password. Just like it works with most apps on the internet today. So if you forget, it's really easy to reset the password.
Wonderful. Well, that looks like that is all the questions we've got for now. Gosh, thank you so much for taking the time today,
Okay.
Burke and Eric. It was
Thank
very
you.
helpful and great to
And
see how
let
both
me
of those
mention
work together.
let me mention one more thing I forgot to mention. At SmartVault, we've got a free 30-day trial, so you always have a 30-day free trial. So you can go to SmartVault, sign up for a free trial, make sure it totally works for your business. You can look at our training guides and set everything up and make sure it's working for you. And so you don't have to commit to SmartVault until you're sure that it's the right solution for your business. And we've got great support, people answering the phone, great customer service portal to be able to help you and give you all the help that you need.
Perfect. Well, Burke, did you have anything else to add?
No. Swizznet also offers that 15-day free trial, so if you want to try us out as well, in combination with SmartVault, we can do it together, and you can really see how the whole process together can really help your accounting process and making lives easier. So again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for your time and watching our webinar. We're hoping it will show a little bit about what Swizznet can do, but also how SmartVault can really help your accounting process. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.